Well, friends, Forsage has already broken every conceivable record on the Ethereum blockchain. And now Forsage starting on the Tron blockchain. This is not just another addition. We are going to turn your ideas about your capabilities. Nothing like this has ever happened. Let's see how it works. I would like to point out that the only real official site of the Forsage community is forsage.io. There is no separate site for the platform on Tron. Both the Ethereum smart contract and the Tron smart contract are linked to a single site, forsage.io. For Tron there is trx.forsage.io. It is the same, forsage.io. And I also note that the launch of marketing on Tron does not cancel marketing on Ethereum. A smart contract on Ethereum will continue to work and develop. Ethereum has huge potential, but we decided to take the next step towards decentralization and be independent from any one blockchain. At this stage, we are seeing difficulties with Ethereum due to extremely high fees. This sometimes happens, then it goes away. But we want our partners not to collapse in development at such moments. Forsage marketing on the Tron consists of 3 programs: X3, X4 and X Gold. Each of the programs has 15 slots. The total entry costs of 14 Trons, this is about $15, opens the one slot in all 3 programs. X3 and X4 have already been tested on Ethereum. Here they are adapted for balanced interaction with another program, X Gold. X Gold will provide explosive opportunities. There were no analogues in our industry yet, but its finalization will take about 2 to 4 weeks. However, many partners are asking to urgently launch the platform on Tron. Therefore, we used the following solution. Now we opened X3 and X4, which are already ready. The total cost of the start is 200 Tron. At the same time, a record of your registration in all 3 programs appears in the smart contract, as well as your partners. You can already start building a structure at the pre-start, and then, as soon as X Gold starts, activating it as well. For everyone who entered at the pre-start, the entrance to X Gold will be open earlier, and when marketing will start in full, all members will be immediately activated in all 3 programs. X3 and X4 work on a similar algorithm as on Ethereum. Only one difference: each program has 15 slots. Each next slot can be activated separately and independently in each program, and only sequentially, second, then third, etc. Xgold also has 15 slots. At X3, in each slot below you, a matrix of just one line for 3 places opens. All your invitees can fill these places, and 100% of their payment for activation instantly goes to your personal Tron wallet. As soon as all 3 places are filled, a repeat automatically occurs. That is, you activate exactly the same slot and a new circle begins. Activation is automatically paid by the payment for the last closing place in the previous matrix. Also, your partners will close their matrices, and they will again get to you, to the empty place in your matrix, and their payment comes to you. The more people you have, the faster and more you spin, closing the matrix. But people can take 2 places under you at once if they passed the circle faster. You can close your slots even with 1 active partner. All 15 slots in X3 work in a similar way. They open in turn, and once opened, each one moves further in a circle constantly, bringing you constant income. And in each you get 100% income from each person. And of course, each next level of the slot has more and more income. In the X4 program, which you open at the same time at the start, there are 6 places in your matrix, 2 on the first line and 4 on the second. You receive 100% income from each payment from the second line. Your first line is the second line for your upline partner, and the income goes to him. And from the second line, you get 100% payment for all 4 positions. Similarly, as in X3, the last payout is used for automatically repeat, that is, activation for the same slot. So, upon registration, you have first slot for each program. Next, you activate the next slots. Your partners do the same. Each next slot is more expensive than the previous one, respectively, and the income is higher. Each of the slots of each program is activated separately. The cost in X3 and X4 is the same. The second slot is already worth 200 Trons. Then there is a doubling up to 12 slots. At the highest levels, price increase is already a little softer. So 12th slot is worth 204,800 Trons. Then 13th is already 358,400. The 14th is 627,200. And 15th is 1,097,600 Trons. If you are already registered in Ethereum, then you can invite your partners to your structure in Tron through your personal account, where you need to click the Invite a Partner button. Then click Get a list of partners, and in one fell swoop send everyone an invitation through the cabinet or Messenger Telegram. You need to register in the Tron blockchain, and recording in it takes place separately from Ethereum, since these are different blockchains, and they have no internal connection. But everything happens through one website, Forsage.io. In the back office there will be switching to different smart contracts. Also, your referral link will appear in your account, which will further link your referrals links in each of the blockchains. That is, if a person is registered in your team in Tron, then when he after that decides to connect to Ethereum as well, then by doing this through the cabinet, he will also be included in your team. Or vice versa. Some will first enter your Ethereum and then into the Tron. Thus, Ethereum and Tron marketings will complement and strengthen each other. So the full program on the Tron will start soon. Entrance cost is 400 Trons. This activates first slots of the 3 programs. Now there is a pre-start with the entrance of 200 Trons and the activation of 2 programs, X3 and X4. Further, before the start, we given the opportunity to activate X Gold to everyone who entered at the pre-start. And then, from the start, there will be a standard entrance to all programs at once. As before, we recommend strategies of entering multiple slots at once. It is this strategy that has already shown itself to be very successful. It was it that led many participants to huge profits. On the Forsage platform on Ethereum, many participants have earned tens of thousands of dollars in a few months, many hundreds of thousands of dollars, and some even managed to become dollar millionaires. Imagine what opportunities you have now. I will tell you about the X Gold program in part 2 of the video about Forsage marketing on the Tron. You receive the information for start at the Pre-Lauch. Now, let's rock! In this video, I will cover the golden part of Forsage on the Tron marketing. It was this program that brought us to the Tron blockchain. This is X Gold. It cannot be done on Ethereum, but on the Tron it has been successfully implemented. Later, the idea of independence from one blockchain was born, and we also adapted X3 and X4 on the Tron. See the previous part of the video about marketing about them. X Gold gives even more spillovers and interaction within the team. Here, the order of cost by slot is different. The first one costs 200 trons, the second one costs 400, and then up to the 10th slot there is simply a doubling. And from the 10th, the most interesting levels begin, revealing the possibilities of the Forsage. And here the order of value is clearly in the golden ratio, Fibonacci numbers. Fibonacci number order is 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, etc. And prices in TRX from 10 till 15 slot are 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, 800,000 and 1,300,000. Of course it is 1,300,000 TRX for 15th slot. Golden ratio, also known as the golden section, golden mean, divine proportion or Greek letter phi. The golden ratio is a perfect balance. There are laws of nature and the universe, the use of which leads to success in art, in science, in business. The most unusual thing is that each partner receives their own smart contract upon registration. And now you will find out what it is and why. In the X gold matrix you have 30 places on 4 lines, 2 in the first line, 4 places in the second line, 8 in the third and 16 in the fourth. Partners in your matrix may, invited by you, comes by spillovers from above up to the third uplines, comes by spillovers from down. Payments of 2 people in the first line go to your upline, the same as in X4. From the second line you get 20% from each of the 4 places. From the third line you get 30% from each of 8 places. And from the fourth line you get 50% from 16 places. Thus the total yield is 1,120% from one circle on the matrix, of which 100% of course is used for automatic repeat. But how automatic repeat in X Gold works? Now it's time to explain the meaning of individual smart contract. For a new activation of same slot you need amount of 100% of its value. But payments from fourth lines are 50% each, so you need to collect 2 payments. It is impossible to know exactly in advance in what position the partner should stand inside the matrix, so you cannot take a place in advance. It is also unacceptable for us to create a fund accumulation in the smart contract of the community. We always emphasize that we do not collect participants' funds on the Forsage smart contract balance. But we need an automatic repeat. Otherwise, situations will constantly arise when you do not have time to pay repeat in time. Your partners can get ahead of you. And this is unfair, because it is impossible to monitor the right moment around the clock. Your matrix may close, for example, while you sleep. But Forsage gives you a unique solution. You have your own smart contract on the Tron, which is not available to anyone but you. The penultimate payment of 50% goes to your individual contract, and only you can manage these funds. As soon as the last matrix payout comes, it is summed up with the penultimate one, and the new same matrix is automatically activated. Then everything goes in a circle, and your partners, in the same way, closing their matrices again, rise to you in a new matrix. Likewise, as in programs X3 and X4, there is a motivation to upgrade slots for your structure. After completing the circle, you need to activate the next slot in order not to miss payments from the previous one. Due to the fact that the same rule works to your entire structure, the movement will be constant. After slot 15, no further upgrades are needed, and the circle will continue to move, bringing constant income. If you join marketing on Tron at the pre-launch, before the launch of X Gold, then you need 200 Trons for registration and only 2 programs are activated, X3 and X4. When X Gold starts, it will first be given the opportunity to those who connected at the pre-launch to activate X Gold. It will cost another 200 Trons. Then there will be a full start, and entrance for everyone will cost 400 Trons. and all 3 programs are activated at once for each. We have several participants who immediately started for all 15 slots in X3 and X4. It cost them 2,985,400 Trons. It is about 174,489 at the rate of 0.035. They knew what they were doing because they already had successful Forsage experience on Ethereum. They know that the faster you activate the slots, the more chances you have to make more money. The total income of one circle of slots is 17,448,900 Trons. It is $558,364 at the rate of 0.035. And in this calculation, only one circle is taken into account. That is, this is underestimated figure. In reality, will be much larger. Many partners who have already earned record sums in Forsage were convinced of this. I don't know if the partners who have activated 15 slots are ready to do the same in X Gold when it starts. But it's definitely worth it. Just look, total cost of 15 slots is 3,300,100 Tron. That's $115,503 at 0.035 exchange rate. And income for one circle of all slots is 36,961,120 TRX. It is $1,293,639 at the rate 0.035. If we add up the income of one circle of all slots of all programs and subtract the cost of all slots, we get a net profit for one circle 46,124,520 TRX. It is $1,614,358 at the rate 0.035. This is poor profit. Let me remind you once again, this is an underestimated figure, because in reality, by the time one circle of the 15th slot is closed, the rest of other slots will have passed many circles. It was already been proven in practice that Forsage works efficiently and wins the hearts of people all over the world. Choose your strategy and make the most of the opportunity.